Just visiting with their parents and just talking about how competitive it is at our high school to perform at this level consistently over 4 years. These are obviously of our best and brightest. We've got a building full of great students that we're proud of all of them. And to say that about, oh, this is an amazing accomplishment to complete this way. Over the last year, coming back here, I've been able to come to know both of these students to an extent. And as a father myself and the principal of this school, I would trust them with anything I've got, anything. They are of that caliber, regardless of the academic performance, just their character and what they do and how they conduct themselves. And they do this school, this town, this state, and this country proud. This is what we're looking for. This is it. So couldn't be more proud of you. I want to welcome your families here. And we've got our press here. We've got lovely snacks. If y'all haven't found those yet, they are delicious. I recommend the pigs in a blanket. Thank you to Miss Jonna Shipley over there for putting that together for us. And I think at this point, it's enjoying the moment. It's your moment. You should enjoy it. You've earned it. And we're going to take some pictures, and you're going to talk to the press and do some interviews, and they're all yours. So I'll do one more thing.
And throughout high school, I was involved in UIL academics pretty heavily. I actually competed in the most events at our whole school. I was in Key Club, I'm the Secretary of National Honor Society, and I'm a National Merit Commended Scholar.
Wow.
Yeah, and National Recognition Program recognized me for coming from a rural school, which is really cool of them. They're a really awesome program who seeks like underserved kids. So like whether you're from a demographic that's not like well represented in college or from a school that doesn't have as much opportunity, and they consider our school one of those, even though I think we have plenty of opportunities. They recognize those kids to put them on the national stage as well, and I think that's pretty awesome. I'm going to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, to I'm majoring in biology, and I hope to pursue research there to major in plant and nutritional sciences. So my whole goal with that is to make better and healthier food to feed the world, and I think that's pretty cool.
It's very cool. How'd you get interested in that subject?
So I've always been interested in biology. I'm a really science math girl, even though all my extracurriculars kind of say English. But when I took biology my freshman year, when we started doing cell genetics, I was super interested in that. And it just kind of took off from there. And now I'm in AP Biology this year, and Miss Williams is a great teacher. I have had her both biology years, and she just really fosters that learning environment that makes it so fun. And I love doing our experiments and just like class discussions about that. It's so much fun.
How did you pick Alabama?
Alabama actually offered me a full ride scholarship based on my ACT score, and that's just an opportunity you can't turn down, and I'm so thankful for it. So, and they have, I'm actually pursuing a program there. I'm in their honors college, and they have a really special program that not a lot of other schools have, where STEM students can actually pursue a master in business administration at the same time and graduate with both in 5 years, which is a year or two less than doing both individually. So that's pretty cool too.
Okay. So when you get out, what are you planning to do? Are you going to continue to do research?
So I'm probably going to be what they call a lifelong student.
Okay.
So I'll continue with master's degrees, PhD programs, if biology research fits me, but my backup plan is actually law school.
And of course, as a researcher, you'll probably be involved at a university.
Yes, absolutely. So I would love to stay with Alabama for the rest of my career, but if other schools present me opportunities, I'm not denying them either. So
You'd be willing to come back home to Texas?
absolutely, yes, ma'am.
And what other advice would you have for other students who are trying to be well or successful here at Sulphur Springs High?
I would say that everyone on this faculty is trying to help you. Make friends with your teachers. Miss Millsap, Miss Herman, and Mr. Grafton have all been great to me. Miss Millsap was my teacher when I was a sophomore, and we actually have built a friendship. I see her every single day, even though I haven't had her in class for 2 years. And whatever they can do to help, they will. Everybody here is trying to help you, whether it's administration, custodial staff, and I'm so thankful for that. So I would just say, know your administrators, know your teachers, and they want to help you be successful. So,
And do you know what your GPA is?
my GPA is 4.47.
All right. And obviously, you've got your teachers that have done a fantastic job. Are there other activities or people in your life that have had a big role in getting you here?
Absolutely. I'm so thankful for my parents. Ever since I was little, they've set me up for success. They don't demand that I succeed, but they've done everything that they can to help me, whether it's like my mom always reads my textbooks for me when I'm stressed out. Like when I was in history, it was AP history my sophomore year. It was my first AP class, and I was so overwhelmed, and my mom would just take the time to read my textbook for me so that I could take notes over it, and it was just fast, and I will never forget that. I'm so thankful for my parents and my family. I have 2 younger brothers and an older sister, and they're just the best. So.
You know, of course you studied a lot, but you know, a lot of kids never really learn how to study, and there is a technique to how to study, get the most out of your work. Do you have any advice for younger people?
Absolutely. My favorite study method is called the blurt method. You just take in everything you can and then spit it all back out. But honestly, the thing that helped me most with studying is UIL academics. I'm on the social studies team, the math team, the English team, and the journalism team. And learning how to be involved in things that give you those skills is really the best thing you can do, because you have a coach who holds your hand through the whole process, teaching you how to study for the contest. And the skills are so transferable. It's really great.
Thank you very much, Lexi.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, yes, sir. I am currently, my plans for the future, I'm going to Texas A&M for civil engineering currently. I'm in the, obviously, 2023 class, Sulphur Springs High School, yes, sir, and I'm in the varsity choir. I compete in UIL journalism and current events, and I'm an NHS president and an NTHS member, and a HOSA member as well. Yes, sir.
All right, and tell us, can you tell us a little bit about some of your activities? I understand you've earned a few honors with those.
Yes, ma'am. Well, of course, one of the most memorable things this year was going to San Antonio for the 2023 TMEA All-State Choir. Yes, ma'am. I was part of the mixed choir, which is the top choir that you can get at TMEA All-State. So it was a very memorable experience going down there and working with all those amazing singers and conductors and musicians. It was just an amazing experience there. And last year, I was the state champion at the UIL Latino History Essay competition, and that was a great honor to be the number 1 at something in the entire state. The top honor there. I'm so proud of the work that I did, and my sponsor, Ms. Herman, for helping me with that, getting to that point. So, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you feel any pressure to try to repeat that this year?
Right. Well, I didn't end up getting to do that this year, the history essay, but I'm still in all of my other UIL events, and I am hoping to go to state and place in my other events there as well.
You are advancing
Right.
in region.
Yes, ma'am.
So far.
I'm currently in a region for all of my journalism and current events, that UIL events that I'm in. I'm currently advancing to region, and we're gonna have that this Saturday. So, yes, ma'am.
We look forward to hearing how you do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Lawson, you know, engineering is a lot of math.
Yes, sir.
A lot of math.
Yes, sir.
And yet, you also excel at music, which is more artistic.
Right.
What do the two have in common? And then
Right. Well, I think what they connect with is language, right? Math is a language, music is a language. That's what we all get taught. Those are the main parts of that. So you just develop a brain for these sorts of things, and it's like speaking a language in that way. You're speaking your creative mind, speaking your math mind, understanding all these things and how they intertwine. I believe that's how they connect, right? Yes, sir.
All right, now do you think you'll be doing any singing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm currently, I'm going to apply to the singing cadets at Texas A&M. Yes, ma'am. I talked to someone at San Antonio while I was there for TMEA, and he told me all about the singing cadets, and he of course was a singing cadet, and he promoted the choir well enough for me to want to be a part of that. I look very much forward, if I'm able to get into that, to be able to sing during college. As I've heard so many people tell me about singing in college, is it provides a great way to have your passion as well as a relief from your...
Have you ever thought about pursuing music further?
Right, I have. That was something that I looked into. Obviously, it's always back in the back of my mind, you know. Perhaps obviously as a hobby, I'm gonna keep singing, and obviously I'm gonna be a part of the choir. And you know, if that's something that I want to pursue, I go into civil engineering, and maybe I find that's not something I want to do. Then of course, music is always there as something that I'm passionate about.
And tell me, with the civil engineering, what is it that you want to do to have your degree?
Right. Well, I really am looking into transportation infrastructure is what I'm looking into. So whether that's, of course, the Department of Transportation or any other things like that, I would love to be a part of projects that have to do with infrastructure concerning all of our transportation needs. That's my passion right now.
So roads,
Right.
highways, bridges.
Roads, bridges, tunnels, all the things is what interests me.
Now, were
Right.
you involved in like DI that had those things?
I was not a part of DI or GT. I just decided on my own that those. I just was taking the regular classes, and well, I've worked hard, and right now I am here. Yes, I am.
I saw that there were openings for those guys that have the flags out there on the roads.
Right.
So you'll be well prepared for that.
Right, the flag on the roads. Right.
Are there people who have been teachers, other people in your life who have been particularly influential or helpful?
Yes, ma'am, of course. Well, of course, there's always God as well, and all of the faculty. But I can say a few, right? In the time that I have, of course, I have during this year and during high school, I have Miss Herman, Miss Millsap, Miss Beth Cole, my choir director, Mr. Grafton, Jumper, Mystic, all of these people. There's so many people who help along the way. You can't name them all. You know, Miss Cole was telling me there's so many people who help you along the way, whether you see it or not. There's all these people who are there supporting you. There was, before I went to San Antonio, there was this choir director of another school who checked in with Miss Cole and said, was asking if I had my rooming done and all these things. And even though they have no relation to me in a way, I don't know them personally, but she helped me in that way just because other people have passions for helping other students. So it's just great to have all these people helping. Of course,
Last thing I want to ask you real quick is, what advice would you have for other SSHS students who want to do well and be successful here at school?
Yes, sir. Well, of course, work your hardest. That is the number one thing. That's what's gotten me through everything, is putting my 100% effort into everything. And just sticking to your values and making sure you're putting 100% effort into everything, but also enjoying yourself, of course. You couldn't keep up the pace that it takes to achieve a lot in high school without keeping your mind positive and having just a great mindset about things. So,
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very
Congratulations.
much, Lawson.
thank you very much.
Awesome. Have you been here your whole school career?